Today, we're exploring the story behind Nike, the world's largest sportswear brand, which started as a simple idea by a young man named Phil Knight. In just over 50 years, Nike grew into a global powerhouse worth over $100 billion. How did this all happen? Let's find out together. The story begins in 1962. Phil Knight, a long-distance runner and recent Stanford business graduate, had a brilliant idea. Inspired by the success of Japanese cameras in the US market, he wondered if Japanese athletic shoes could rival big brands like Puma and Adidas in America. With high hopes, Phil traveled to Japan, where he discovered a company called Onitsuka Tiger, a maker of high-quality athletic shoes in the city of Kobe. There, Phil persuaded the company's founder to make him their exclusive US distributor, even though he only had an idea, not much experience, and a lot of ambition. Phil started selling these shoes from the trunk of his car, going to every track he could reach. But he knew that for long-term success, he needed support. So he partnered with his former track coach, the legendary Bill Bowerman, and together, they founded a company called Blue Ribbon Sports, or BRS, in 1964. Bowerman was the key to innovation for the company. He would dissect each shoe model that arrived from Japan, redesign them, add cushioning, and introduce lighter materials. One of his most famous designs was the Cortez, launched in 1968, which became a major hit, especially thanks to the 1968 Olympics in Mexico City. But the success of the Cortez created new challenges. Demand was skyrocketing, and every shipment from Japan would sell out immediately. Onitsuka Tiger, however, couldn't keep up with US demand since they prioritized the Japanese market. Phil and Bill realized that to grow, they had to take control of their production. In 1971, they decided to go independent, launching their own brand called Nike, named after the Greek goddess of victory. Phil needed a logo for this new brand, so he hired a local graphic design student who created the now famous swoosh logo for just $35. With Nike, Phil set up a network of subcontractors across Japan to handle production. This move allowed Nike to meet the ever-growing demand and break away from dependency on Onitsuka Tiger. Within a few years, Nike became the leading sportswear brand in the US. In the 1980s, powerful marketing campaigns like Just Do It and partnerships with young, promising athletes who would later become legends helped launch Nike onto the world stage. Nike's story is one of persistence, creativity, and a willingness to dream big. Phil Knight shares more about his journey in his autobiography, Shoe Dog, where he recounts the incredible rise of Nike from a simple idea to a world-renowned brand. If you're inspired, you can find this book on Audible for a deeper dive into his journey. And that's the story of Nike, a brand that grew from a young man's dream to a global icon. Remember, no matter where you start, with hard work and persistence, you can create something extraordinary. Like, subscribe, and share for more inspiring stories.